Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the Lord's elect. So I just wanted to touch on these two articles was sent to me by a brother. The first one coming from New York Post. It says New York City among the hardest hit U.S. cities for inflation, and experts warn prices could rise even higher. Okay, and this came out 2 days ago, July 13th, 2024. So as we seeing, this inflation, which you had, the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury, these talking heads say, 3 years ago that this would be something that's in transitory, meaning it wouldn't last for a long period of time. And here we are 3 years later, it's at an all-time high, and it's even expected to even go higher. Okay, and a lot of people, even us, that's in this truth, because we're in this world, right? We're in Babylon the Great. All right, we still have to operate within this system, okay, until the Lord allows that MOTB to be mandated. But we all are feeling this, man. We all feel this inflation and the cost of living increasing higher and higher. But for us that is a part of the hopeful elect, we know that these things must come to pass, right? And Yahweh Bashim Shai is constantly and steadily providing for us, looking us out, allowing us to be able to still get our daily bread, right? Still get our raiment and roof over our heads, which Yahweh Shai already told us that the Heavenly Father knows that we have need of these things, right? He knows that we need to eat, we need to have clothes, we need to have a shelter. So, we are just to do what? Seek the kingdom of the heaven first, and all these things will be added unto us. Now, on the flip side, you have the wicked, right, of our people, okay, and then these heathens that, um, you know, don't know the Most High, right, don't fear the Heavenly Father and His Son. They're the ones that's going to be feeling, the brunt of this. Okay, they're the ones that's going to be caught in this desolation, as it says in the book of Proverbs. Their calamity and fear shall come upon them as a desolation, right, and they're not going to be able to escape it. And so, we're seeing how the economy here in Babylon the Great is constantly, being eroded or being eroded, right? If that's the word I'm looking for. But let's read this here. I don't want to take up too much time on this. It says, New Yorkers have been handing over more and more cheddar for their bacon and their bread. New York City has the third highest inflation in the nation, a new study found, and financial experts warns prices could rise even higher. All right, so for years, even before the emic started, the prophets through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai have been warning that there was going to be hyperinflation, right? There was going to be an increase in the prices of goods and services. You know, uh, uh, for a while we've been saying, with the things that you don't really hear about it being talked about anymore because it's no longer something that is just centralized to these third world countries, right? Because for a while we spoke about how what was going on in Venezuela, how their economy basically collapsed, and you know, a dozen of eggs over there was like $12, $13, whatever. And we would say that those things, those times were going to happen over here in America, right? And that was before when everything was still cheap on earth, as it says in the book of Second Ezra, 16th chapter. Let me get that real quick. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. It says, "Behold, victuals," which means your the things you need to buy, right? Let's go check out this word victuals. Okay, well, let me do it that way. So I just type in victuals. It says food or provisions, right? So your food, okay? And where do you obviously get your food from? You get your food from these grocery stores, because here in America, you know, the way that Esau set up his kingdom, it's impossible, and in some places actually even illegal to grow your own food. All right, which is a humanity pastime, right? Since the dawn of man, man was supposed to and was able to own land, right, and cultivate the earth to grow their own crops. But this devil, being the devil and him being in the position of power, he wanted to consolidate and centralize and basically take over all of the necessities that mankind needs in order to live. Okay, and one of the main things of that is what? Farming, right? So it says, going back, it says, "Behold, victuals," so meaning food shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, right? And before the emic, that was a mindset that people were in. Okay, and even at the start of the emic, which was just a snare and a trap, a way for this devil to catapult this inflation, right, and cause more economic damage to this place, right? But people were in a mindset that things were cheap, and things were cheap over here in America, especially if you compare it to other countries, in the world, right? Food was cheaper, clothes was cheaper, right? Gas was cheaper. These things were cheap, but and they made people think that they were in a good case, that they made them comfortable, they made them careless. It says, even then shall evils, bad times, grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So even in that moment, in that time frame where you thought you were in a good case, that the end time prophecies and the things, the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai was still growing. Okay, because the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to bring bad times unto the earth. Okay, that is what that is what the end brings, as it says in Ezekiel the seventh chapter. The end is come, and then it says what evils and only evils, right? Let's pull it up. I have it pulled up here. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. And end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. So the end is synonymous with evils, evils meaning bad times. Okay? So as we are getting closer and closer to the end, each second that passes by is just a second closer to the end of this age, which means that evils are going to grow as we get closer to the end. It's like a movie, you getting closer to the end of the movie, then which means you're getting closer to the climax. All right, and the climax is where you have the most, action. Okay, and the action that is going to be here in this age is going to be calamities, devastating, anguish. All right, pains, sorrows, tribulations, and those things are for who? The wicked. All right, the ones that do not know and obey the gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So it says could have gotten a dozen of eggs in the Big Apple for $1.51 back in 2020. Today, those same eggs could run you $6.59 depending on the store. So here, that's what, six times over. So yeah, 600% increase almost, right? A 600% increase in what, 4 years. You have eggs over in New York City being increased. Okay. These things are not something that you could just take lightly, because it's not like, and they always bring this out, it's not like people are getting raises, right? It's not like people are getting astronomical amount of raises to where their cost of living is now, or should I say their uh, income matches their cost of living, right? You have a lot of people now, which that's been going on for a while. A lot of people have been getting laid off from their jobs, to the point where you have certain businesses like the Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. They say that they're seeing more of an uptick of six-figured employ and customers coming in, shopping. The Dollar Tree and the dollar stores, it was typically for the poor class, okay? The lower income class. But see, there is no such thing as the middle class anymore. You either have the rich and you have the poor, okay? Which is why even in the Book of Revelation, when John the Revelator spoke about the charagma, he said he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor. He didn't say rich, the middle class, and the poor. No, it's just either you rich, right? You're part of that one percenters, or you're poor. You're part of the 99 percenters. You're part of the ones who are struggling to make ends meet. You're part of the ones who cannot go a week or a month without a paycheck. You see? So it says today those same eggs could run you 6,059 cents depending on the store. A packet of bacon costs 5,058 cents in 2020, but could set you back nearly $14 today. So that's over 100% increase as well. Only people living in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, area of Texas, and Honolulu, Hawaii, are paying more goods and services. So, like, are paying more for goods and services, according to a new report issued by Wallet Hub. All right, and they're doing this systematically and strategically because they want to continue to put pressure on people. Okay, they want to continue to put that pressure from above, pressure from below, have people in a constant state of worries, being worrisome, right? Being a constant state of anxiety of how they're going to make ends meet, how they're going to be able to feed, their families, right? And then what are they going to ultimately do? Bring in a solution, and that solution is going to be tied unto you bowing, and worshiping the beast. You pledging your allegiance to Esau through his digital system by way of taking that charagma, making that agreement with him by cutting yourself, right, and putting his image inside of you, all right, putting his allowing him to be your God, all right, and that is why they're even speaking about um having the universal basic income, which is going to be tied to federal money. Okay, you getting your money from, and then I'm not talking about the federal government. I'm talking about the central banks, the Federal Reserve. All right, you having a digital wallet. That digital wallet is going to give you central bank digital currency. Central bank is the key part of that. See, and people that can't afford to buy things on their own, right? They don't make enough money to be able to afford these new prices, right? And this is the new normal is $14 for some bacon, which we don't eat pork bacon, right? But the new normal is almost $7 for eggs. And don't try to get organic eggs, man. Okay, and then that just goes to show you how much of this devil, how much he has to be destroyed. Because why in the hell do you even have a difference of eggs, whether it be organic or non-organic? All right. But that once again, and now they don't even want you to eat non-organic eggs, right? They now want you to eat completely eggs that are completely fake, eggs that were grown in a lab. It's not even genetically modified anymore. Which these things, there's been numerous amounts of reports and studies that show you that they have an adverse effect on your health, because this devil does what? He comes not but to kill, steal, and destroy. Or he is the son of perdition. He brings destruction. But see, the Lord got his number because, as it says here in the book of, let me get this, in the book of Psalms, I believe it's the 34th chapter. No, not 34. Psalms 37. Psalms 37, verse 12, it says, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. See? And the plots that